Morning, everybody. It is Ben with Red Barn, and it is time for another workout video. I haven't posted one in a while. I still been working out every single week, a few times a week with Daryl up at Sky High Fitness. Staying pretty dedicated to the regiment and seeing some continued improvement. Just kind of wanted to give a recap, though, of how things have been going and how important it is, even though when you hit your goal weight, which I'm not there yet. I'm still, to give everybody, I'm at 246 pounds now. I started out at 340 back in March, and I'm down to 246. My goal originally was 235. I've changed my goal to 225 just because continuing to get better and feeling better. And I decided I'd like to try and get to 220. Um, I've kind of flatlined a little bit as far as the loss. It's slowed down. But I think that also comes down to, at the beginning, I was so grossly overweight um, that it came off pretty easily. There was a lot to lose there. Where as I get closer and closer to my target weight, there's less and less fat to lose, so the percentage of fat obviously is less. Um, and you know, you got to work a little bit harder. That's some people don't realize that. They think that the beginning is where the real hard work starts, and it is difficult to get started, to get going. But once you get yourself going and you see that improvement, it's really easy to be motivated. So towards the end, where you're starting to stall out, that's where it becomes difficult to stay motivated, because you feel like, I'm close enough. Um, I can throttle back, and that's not necessarily where I'm at. And that's a place where Daryl at Sky High Fitness really steps in and keeps me motivated, keeps me doing new things. Um, the workout I'm about to show is from about a month ago, but had a real good workout last night, and he added some stuff that I hadn't tried yet, and it made for a real nice workout, a real nice pump, and continuing to feel better and better. Another thing that's super important, I can't stress this enough. Super important, that has really been a big driving factor of this transformation, of this weight loss, of this healthier lifestyle that I'm living, is food intake. Uh, my wife and kids have gotten to the point where it annoys them, but everybody's kind of on board because they've seen what it's done for me. The food you're putting into your body is absolutely, positively number one impact on your overall health. If you think it's anything else, you're out of your friggin' mind. Your food intake, what you're putting in your body, is number one. It doesn't matter how much you work out, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're putting garbage into your body, it is going to hurt you. It is going to make things bad for you. And by garbage, I mean sugar. Sugar is number one. Sugar is the worst thing that you can intake. Sugar in almost every form except for natural forms. And even natural forms, you have to be diligent that you don't overdo it. Your body can operate off of proteins and the fats in the animal proteins. I know that there's all sorts of videos and people out there saying that that's not true. It is true. I am on a very strict carnivore diet. I will eat some vegetables every once in a while and some fruit every once in a while, but I've removed the fruit back out of my diet because I saw negative impacts of that sugar on my system. Joints were starting to hurt again, starting to have some of the old ailments I had coming back. And you can easily think, well, you lost some weight, so things wouldn't hurt as bad. Um, that's not true. I started bringing some fruit back into my diet, and man, shoulder pain came screaming back, knee pain came screaming back, and I'm almost 100 pounds less. So you have to be very diligent about what food you're putting in your body. And at the end of the day, um, nothing, no food tastes better than a long, happy life spending time with your family and being able to enjoy yourself because you're not morbidly obese. And I know that for some reason, uh, in the last, I don't know, decade, it's become wrong to not want to be fat, which is weird. I was miserable when I was overweight, and I am so much happier now, so much more energy, so much more positivity in my life. And it is hard to get up and get motivated when you look in the mirror and you are nothing that you want to be. And it doesn't matter how much double talk and um, how much you try and talk yourself into the fact that you look great and you're healthy when you're grossly overweight. It's just not reality. So food intake is numero uno. There is nothing more important than your food intake. You'll find your sicknesses will go away when you do get colds or flus or whatever it may be. They don't last as long. My body's fighting stuff off really, really well because I'm eating high quality proteins through Slush Farms. They're providing me with great beef, grass fed beef. I'm raising my own eggs with my chickens. We're getting chicken meat from Slush, and we raise our own pigs. Excuse me. We raise our own hogs here, and so I'm eating stuff that I know is absolutely clean. And we do have a large vegetable garden here. When I do eat vegetables, they're from our own garden. I know that they're raised properly because I'm out there doing it. Um, so food intake is number one. Number one, I know that it's big in the news with RFK Jr. and what he's doing and the absolute poisons that are being put into the processed foods. You got to be really, really um, dedicated to eating clean food. It's difficult to find clean food, but it is worth it because you will literally see yourself, you will feel yourself, and you will see your body improving just by changing your diet to clean food. And what that means is no more processed carbohydrates, no more sugars. If you are going to eat pasta, find pasta that is not made in the United States. We found some great pasta that's made in Italy, and my family eats that. I don't eat pasta anymore. It's not worth feeling like garbage for 3 or 4 days after eating it. But we found a pasta that only has 4 ingredients, and it's from Italy. We found lots of products that have very um, basic ingredient lists, and eating those you feel like $1,000,000. And honestly, people will be like, "Oh, you get sick of eating steak so many times a week, or ground beef, or ground pork," and I don't. I don't. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about when I got into this. When I started on this journey, I was desperate. I was desperate to lose weight because I knew how unhealthy I was and how terrible I felt, and um, that's what led to me trying carnivore because nothing else worked. I knew that removing carbs was really important, and I actually kind of started out on like a keto. When I started out, it was just removing carbohydrates and processed foods, and I felt really good with that. And then when I took the vegetables and fruit away, I feel so good, so good. I don't have any problems. Another one that people always bring up is bathroom issues. Going to the bathroom, not a problem. Not a problem. You don't need that roughage. Actually, when I do bring vegetables or fruits into the mix, um, I can instantly feel the bloat. I can instantly feel like I feel it, and within 4 or 5 hours, I feel it in the bathroom. It's actually the opposite. Everybody's like, oh, you need vegetables for roughage or whatever. It's painful. Where when I'm eating strictly meat, I have no problems. Everything's good, good to go. So, and if anybody wants to tell me I'm a liar about that, they can come here and we can talk face to face because I know what reality is. Anyways, the whole journey has been pretty incredible and eye-opening for me. I know that we have the ability here because we're on a 110-acre farm that we can raise a lot of our own stuff, and we're able to do those things. Not everybody's able to do that, but there are clean food vendors out there. Like I said, here locally, Sluss Meats. Sluss Family Farms is one for me. We also buy meat from time to time at local butcher shops. So if you have a local butcher shop that you know and trust, that's a good place to get clean food. Local grocery stores, but you also have to be careful where they're sourcing their vegetables, because vegetables are a place where you can pump some toxins into your body there too. So if you're not on board with a carnivore, at least go to a keto type of thing, but you got to get rid of the carbs. I know people are like, oh, I can't get rid of sugar. I love my sugar, or, I love my pasta, or I love my bread, or, all these things they rattle off. And the food you're putting in you is literally killing you. Literally. They're like, well, life's short, so I want to be able to eat what I want to eat. Well, that's fine, but be ready to get fat and have some terrible chronic disease until they can get the food system cleaned up and the extra crap that they put in the food out of here. You're not going to feel good. You're gonna have constant problems. So all that being said, the other really important thing is having somebody who will push you in your workout. That's what Daryl does from Sky High Fitness. He pushes me in my workouts. He he does it in a nice way, but he also knows that I'm extremely competitive and that I'm really dedicated to this. So he keeps having me push and try new things and push my body. And it's extremely important, because if you're not working out with a partner or with a personal trainer, you will pull back. Um, it's just human nature. You have to be really dedicated to it. So that's where Daryl is fantastic. If people don't know who Daryl Solins is, Daryl Solins Jr., he is Sky High Fitness. He does young athlete, but also active adults, people who are wanting to stay healthy, who are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. It doesn't matter. I'm 46, and Daryl has great workouts for me. I'm able to do everything he asks me to do, and I'm getting stronger and stronger by the day. It's embarrassing to see where I was to where I am now, and I'm nowhere next to where I was at the strongest point in my life. When I was in my early 20s to early to mid for about early 20s to early 30s, I was um, it was the strongest point in my life in there. But I'm not there, but I'm getting there. That's the important thing, is I'm building back up. Um, and he's able to help me do that. So enjoy the workout, enjoy watching it. Try some of the stuff at home, or reach out to Daryl. That's important. Reach out to Daryl if you're local, and even if you're not local, sometimes he'll do online stuff and work with you on that. Reach out to Daryl. He will get you squared away. All right. Hope everybody has a great day, and talk to you later. Bye. All right, everybody, here straight into the workout. Looks like it's going to be a leg day, so starting out with 2 minutes on the murder bike. It's a nice way to warm your legs up. Really not too bad. You see, I just sped it up because nobody wants to sit and watch me ride a stationary bike for 2 solid minutes. But One thing to remember is to get good and stretched, especially when you're a little bit older, because boy, if you don't, it's gonna go bad. All right, starting right off after warming up, doing some walking lunges. Lunges are one of my least favorite things to do, but walking lunges, you want to try and go as deep as you can. Obviously, some people can take those a little bit deeper than others. Um, Me, I take them as far down as I can. You don't want to overdo things and hurt yourself. You see my kid come walking through, unaware of the camera, but walking lunges, I'm all the way out and all the way back. I think I have 35-pound weights I'm doing the walking lunges with. Daryl always, I think he picks the things I like least to keep me challenged, because what does Mike Tyson say about discipline? It's doing something you hate like you love it. Well, make sure you're doing that when you're doing your workouts. If there's something you don't like doing, make sure you do that. So walking lunges, did this down and back 3 times. Next up, after the walking lunges, we're doing some Romanian straight leg deadlifts, something like that, something about Romania. But reaching down, you're keeping the backs of your legs straight. You can see right here, Daryl's correcting my form, so I want to keep my back nice and arched. You don't want to hump your shoulders forward. That's just going to hurt your back. So keep your legs straight, and you're reaching down. Don't necessarily have to go to your toes, but you're reaching down, keeping your back straight, arched rather, so that you can feel that in the back of your quads, or I'm sorry, your hamstrings. You're feeling that in your hamstrings, doing 3 sets of 10, I think it looks like, with, I don't even remember the weight, but these are nice. I enjoy these. They're good on your back and your hamstrings, and man, they start screaming by the end. Next up is weighted step-ups. I've got a 20-pound kettlebell there. I'm doing, I think, 10 to 12 step-ups per leg, and you want to do them as rapid fire as you can. I think towards the end of the video I have to take a rest in between the right and the left, but if you can go just superset it, right leg, left leg, and just be careful stepping up and down. Make sure you're stepping up on something that is appropriate for you. I'm a pretty tall guy, so I gotta have a big step, and you want that leg to be nice and lateral when you're doing the step up. And you can see I'll go back and forth with each leg. These are a lot of fun. The other thing that you have to make sure you're doing, because people were thinking step-ups is just for the legs. That's not necessarily the case. On this one, you're also working your chest and your arms, because you're holding that kettlebell. You want to hold that kettlebell high on your chest. You want to hold it away from your chest. You don't want to rest it on your chest or your stomach if you have a stomach. You don't want to do that, because you're taking away from the workout, because this is it's a full body. You're working your hams and your quads and your calves, yes, but you're also working your shoulders, your chest, your biceps, and your forearms, holding that weight up high close to your chest while you're working. So don't cheapen the workout for yourself by slacking on one part or the other. Stepping up nice and quick. You see I'm readjusting that chest weight, bringing it up, almost fell, bringing it up close to my chest, but not touching my chest. I want to keep that high so that you're getting a good full body workout. And when you're starting out, make sure you don't make too big of a step to step up on. This is, when I was first starting out, we didn't do the bench that I stepped up on. We had something else, but enjoy that one. It'll burn real good. Next, we have, I don't remember. It looks like it's a chest press. I've got the, it's a squatting chest press. So doing 3 sets of 10 with this. You see I'm not getting too deep on this squat. You want to try and take it as deep as you can. You don't want to lean forward. I'm leaning forward a little bit here, but pressing that up to the sky. Your shoulders really start screaming towards the end of this. You can see also as I'm going, I'm starting to take it a little bit deeper. I have a tendency, I always video the first reps on these but it's usually my second and third reps are better. It's like my muscles stretch out a little bit. So push yourself harder on your second and third reps. That's really where the muscles built anyways, but enjoy these. They're fun for shoulder and legs. Last but not least for the day is core. And it's fun to see this video. I can see the top of my head, and I still have most of my hair. I'm losing a little bit there, but pretty good considering if you ever see what my grandpa looks like. He was bald as a cue ball. But I'm doing 3 sets of planks here, 1 minute. It's hard to see because you're looking down the length of me, but you got to keep your butt nice and flat. It's like doing push-ups. You don't want to pop your butt up in the air. My shirt's hanging down, so it looks like I'm touching the ground, but I'm not. My stomach and knees are about, I don't know, 6 inches up off the ground. You want to hold that plank for a full minute. At the end, it really burns. It burns really good, but you're getting your core nice and strong, and your core is super duper important to your overall health. Enjoy this workout. It was a fun one for me.